it would be difficult to overemphasize what Sister Rosario has meant to the school. She is, I think, really the heart of the school, at least the few years I've been here, but I think probably she really is the heart of the school. Her spirit, her dedication. Oftentimes, priests and religious like to say, well, we're not doing jobs, we have a vocation. And I think with Sister, that dedication is obvious.
The name Holy Infant and Rosario kind of go together. She's been here for over 40 years, and first as a teacher and then as principal for over 25 years. And she's just done so much to bring Holy Infant to the forefront. That she is so involved with not only our school and the teachers and the parents and the students of our school, but she's also very much involved in the community.
Sister Rosario is one of a kind, to be sure, but I think the level of love that she had for kids was something that always struck a chord in me. I remember her talking about how she could be very tired after her long days, and everybody knows their long days, but as soon as she saw the kids coming into school, it pepped her up and she was ready to go for another day. And now how many years has that been that she's been doing that day after day? It's pretty neat, and it teaches all of us, I think, a great lesson just about loving what we do and doing what we love and caring for the people in our lives.
When I'm walking the hallways and these little ones run up and hug you, then you know that school isn't a threatening place for them, that they must be happy here or they wouldn't do this.
One of the former students here at Holy Infant is Archbishop Dolan, and he is still has a very great respect and still is in constant contact with Sister Rosario, who was on the faculty when he was growing up and in school, and so that goes back a long way, and it kind of shows that she has, from all of her years here at Holy Infant, has been just a real guiding force for our school and has led us down the right path.
I called her the Good Shepherd because she never wanted to lose a student. If a student tended to fail or needed special attention, it tried everything possible to service them here. And if that was not possible, then she finally would recommend that the child go to a public facility where help was more available.
She absolutely, undoubtedly, is my inspiration. I'm amazed and awed and inspired and whatever other adjective you could think of when I see what she does.
Yeah, I was just going to say about the students. She cares so much for the students. And the one who might leave before 8th grade, maybe go across the street to another school, that's the one she'll worry most about. Not the 999 left behind.
Like the Good Shepherd.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
She'd go after that lost one, really.
Yeah.
The wonderful people I have worked with and still work with, they make it all worthwhile. The office staff, so helpful. The faculty have been wonderful. And the parents, by and large, are supportive. And even if we have a difference of opinion, we are able to resolve it. I have worked with many different priests over the years and have always found them very supportive. I think the people are proud of their school and they want to see it succeed, and many of them give 100% and more to make the school what it is.
She is kind of that spirit that, as just a spirit that makes a house, a home. She makes this not an institution school, but a true community of love and learning.
You know, I just remember her being this really pretty young sister who I mean, I don't know, but it seemed like she had to be fresh out of the nunnery, you know. And there she was, you know, teaching 1st grade, which seemed real logical. She was young and spunky and, you know, just a real just a real special lady.
I had 3 brothers and 1 sister. I was the oldest, and I think used to take on a fair bit of responsibility for them, because the 5 of us were born in 7 years. So Mom had to depend on someone, and I was the first, followed by 2 brothers, followed by my sister and a younger brother. I think I had a very interesting childhood. My father was the head of the police in the village where we lived. And in those days in Ireland, the family of the head of the police actually lived in the police station. We were also the last house, except for the harbour master's house, on the road to the harbour. And the people in the village where I grew up were either fishermen or farmers. I was like, I guess, like any other young girl growing up. However, I was always very anxious to please both my parents. I never wanted to disappoint them. And I was also anxious to please in school. So that kind of made life easy for me. The summer when I had finished high school, my aunt, who was only 46, was dying of cancer, and my mother went to the west of Ireland to nurse her. And I was left to take care of my brothers and sisters. And at the end of the summer, Dad says, let's go to the shrine of Our Lady at Knock. And I did. And before we left, I was kneeling right in front of the shrine where the Blessed Mother appeared. And I got this extraordinary peace. Still didn't think anything of it. And we were driving home, and as all Irish people will do, we stopped at the pub. And we were having a drink, and one of the men in the car, an old man of 83, looked at my father and he said, I think she'll be a nun. There and then, I said, that's the answer that I received at Knock. Came home that night, wrote a letter to my mother and told her I was going to enter the convent. So I did. I entered on the 24th of September, and I have never looked back one day in my life.